Well, I didn't bother with a play-by-play for Red Team, so let's see if things are more interesting for Blue Team. Well, at the very least, we'll finally see Ahmed kick some ass with a literal kick on screen. Yeah, that guard spec didn't do him any favors. Well, our fighting type isn't gonna have any real edge against a ground type, so let's switch him out. Though maybe ours is the wrong term to use here. This is the last clip we're ever gonna see Blue Team, I'm afraid. And it's a damn shame. Every one of them is a badass in their own right. Not their fault the camera for this LP followed Red Team instead. Oh dear, not what I was expecting from a 2-level advantage on top of a type advantage. Still, only needed one hit to get the job done here. Right, get your eyes checked, Nereid. We don't have any anti-poison Pokemon here, but I'm pretty sure that Kiryu can kick enough ass to make up for that. Well, we're around the same level, that's nice to know. Not as hard as a hit I was hoping for, but it certainly did a respectable amount of damage. Right, on to the Nidoking. Okay, was planning on Kiryu getting the next fight, but if he leveled up, it's probably a better idea to use a lower level Pokemon and see if we can level up some of the others. Well, at least Venus should be immune to poison. Not that poison attacks have been especially dangerous for us. At best, they're just an inconvenience. So a not very effective Razor Leaf does more damage than a neutral Fire Blast. Wish I knew enough about the stats of these moves to know just how ridiculous that is. At the very least, I'd expect the move with fewer shots to be the stronger one. Guess we're finishing this the exact same way we started this fight. Kicking him in the gut. He certainly likes to use the guard specs, doesn't he? And Giovanni still didn't manage to feel like an especially worthy opponent in his third attempt against us. Shame considering the second generation has no villain in charge last time I checked, and the third generation had a pair of idiots leading 2 different crews to cause some hell. Ah well, time for the final bit of red versus blue in this playthrough. Though we'll come back for the level 50 tournament and the gym leader castle respectively. It's just such a shame that so many of the gym leaders in the first generation only really feel respectable in this side game meant for consoles, not the main game they were introduced in, or the remakes for it that have popped up over the years. Have I mentioned that I feel absolutely no desire to do either the Game Boy Advanced or Switch remakes of the first generation?
The free battle is on! The champions of tomorrow have begun their super hot battle!
Okay, not quite the same start as last time, but I think Neo can handle Humber.
They go into battle poses. Here's the first move. A savage hit!
Not savage enough to be a one-hit win.
Ah! Harsh blow!
Not the most encouraging openings to a battle, but not the most discouraging one either. We're still gonna take that Sand Slash down.
What now? Severe hit.
Take a bow, Humbert. You had a good spotlight moment or two in this LP as a whole.
Is being pressed. Oh, it's electric.
Claymore, unfortunately, has been somewhat questionably used by the AI in Stadium, I'm afraid. As amazing as self-destruct is on an Electrode, that shouldn't be the only damn move the AI used with the guy. Hell, the fact that they keep on using it in Stadium just makes it all the easier to shut it down. But I suppose it doesn't really matter how I would use Claymore, when we absolutely have to fight the AI here.
There's a difference in the number of reserve Pokemon. Oh, it's
right, time to switch to Phyllis again, just like last time. Bloody hell, there just isn't enough of a difference in the movesets or stats to make this battle feel like anything more than just an all-too-quick rematch after the 7th gym battle that, again, we won.
Oh, it's Venusaur! What's that? Wasn't effective. Will this Pokemon
kind of wish the AI was more willing to switch Pokemon around like I am to help try to keep things feeling competitive instead of letting it become this one-sided. As I said before, I trained both teams, so technically I'm rooting for both. But due to the nature of an LP and the fact that I didn't want to comment on 2 entire playthroughs at the same time, one of the 2 teams just had to get shafted in terms of screen time. Great, I'm damn near yawning even as I speak. Still, this is a pretty good indicator that despite my constant complaints through the LP, they certainly did something right. It's not like someone several decades after the fact would do 2 playthroughs back-to-back on a terrible game unless they were an outright masochist. Do I count as a masochist?
Razor Leaf Flurry!
Rest well, Nereid. You're a damn amazing water dino.
There's a distinct difference in the number of remaining Pokemon. Oh, it's
well, I assume Venus should be able to finish off Phyllis here.
What a furious battle! Now, what's this? Yeah, it's a hit!
Oddly wish that cut was somehow super effective against grass type, since we use it on the overworld to cut against trees.
Its defense is down.
Huh. Thought that acid would have gotten a message about not being that effective against a fellow poison type here.
The combatants face each other. Here's a Pokemon trick.
Wait. He could have won if he had done any attack with Phyllis in that condition. That had to be the most senseless switch I've ever seen, though, to be fair, it's not like I've watched competitive Pokemon streams or something. And the ironic thing is I was complaining about the AI not switching. If this is when they decide to switch, it's probably better that they didn't at all.
Fighting poses.
Yeah, definitely a very stupid move on the AI's part. Not as stupid as the AI from the Game Boy games, but still, less than I was expecting here.
There's a difference in the number of reserve Pokemon.
Given how hurt Ahmed is, we may as well consider it a 5-on-1 already.
Here's a Pokemon trick.
Well, this should certainly do plenty of damage if Venus comes out again next. That would have happened regardless of how much HP he had left when Neo showed up, much less being near out of it when the shot came in. Well, at least the AI wasn't dumb enough to send the part poison type against the psychic, though that's not really asking for much in the way of intelligence here.
Another Pokemon chain.
Wait, what the flying fuck? Are they just throwing the match or something? I left the AI on the same difficulty as all the other red versus blue battles, didn't I?
There's the attack.
This just doesn't make any sense.
Special stat is down. Will this Pokemon swap change the flow of battle?
Well, Neo's up to 110 wins.
Whoa! Looks like a bad Pokemon choice. Oh! Is it down and out? There's a difference in the number of reserve Pokemon.
Now it's just a question of who's going to get the final win for the battle. Definitely not how I thought this would go at all.
This is a fight between two different types of Pokemon. What now? A savage hit! What a slash! What the weak...
Yeah, they definitely could have kept Venus from going down that quickly if Kiryu had just slashed Neo the first time he was out. It's not that difficult to figure out.
The number of remaining Pokemon. Now. Oh, it's Gyarados.
Was a little tempted to send out Marbleback to finish the job, but the Fire Dragon against the Water Dragon felt as good a way to end it as any. I hope everyone enjoyed this gimmick. I'm probably going to try to do something similar when I get to the second Pokemon generation. Assuming I don't just skip over to the remake, Heart Gold, Soul Silver, instead of Gold and Silver. I might do that just because the whole stadium thing has been a whole lot of effort and doesn't really feel worth it considering what we're seeing here at the very least. It was fun to do as I was doing it, but anyway, this was certainly a very short clip. Now to brace myself for going through Victory Road.